state of you. You're not going to go to work like that, are you?
Yeah, well, Johnny don't employ me for me looks, does he?
I can understand you being annoyed with Alfie.
Annoyed? It's disgusting. How can you respect a bloke who cheats on his wife with her own sister? I thought I knew Mo better than that.
But you'd already split up with Mo. Oh, Billy, you've got to buck your ideas up. I mean, look at me. Did I expect what I came home to? No. Am I moping around? Have a bit of backbone. Just get on with your own life.
Excuse me, is this about Den Watts? I'm his daughter.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I can only speak to his next of kin. Mrs. Watts, do you know if she's here?
Well, I'll go and find her.
Mrs. Watts?
Yes.
DC Bull. Is there somewhere private we can talk?
Yeah.
Alfie's stall still ain't open. Cowardly little toe rag. He ain't shown his face all weekend.
Maybe it's best if he doesn't open up, you know, then he's not right in Kat's face.
She ain't there today either. She's off at the wholesalers.
She never said.
Well, she's getting in new stock. She said out with the old rubbish, start anew.
Oh, well, that's Kat for you, isn't it? Throw yourself into work, make a joke of it, pretend it ain't happening.
Yeah, well, we should let her deal with it however she wants, love.
I ain't bothered how she deals with it. I want to know why you never went round and give Alfie a good hiding.
Promise you won't do anything like that.
No, of course I ain't going to.
It ain't no more than he deserves. And if you ain't going to do it, Charlie, then I will. You're too soft, girl. That's why he targeted her in the first place.
You ain't going to do nothing, are you?
You're going to let him get off scot-free?
It's not up to me. If it was.
Hey, I got you a food parcel. You can't hide out here forever, you know.
I'm not hiding. I'm not hiding, all right?
Well, don't you think you should open up the store?
Oh, Jake, I couldn't give two monkeys about the store.
Alfie, you got rent to pay. I mean, who's going to keep Nana in custard creams and tea bags? Mate, Kat will forgive you eventually.
Not this time.
Well, you might feel better if you're out and about.
Really? How do I do that, eh? I mean, I can't even look my old Charlie in the eye and, you know, I so badly want to say I'm sorry. But it ain't going to be enough.
It's a start.
So you can go ahead and hold the funeral, but as I said, you'll need to go to the coroner's office to arrange for the release of the body.
OK. Thank you. I'll show you out here.
No need, I can find my own way. Call me if you need to know anything else.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Right then, let's get this done. We'll find an undertaker and they can sort out the rest.
With the flowers and the service who's coming, that's down to us. Or Chrissy or the next of kin.
Oh, no, the police were just following procedure, Sharon. You do all the arrangements. I'm not going to stand in your way.
You sure?
Yeah, positive.
So I'll go to the coroner's?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a reading week, ain't that just one big long sky?
I've still got work to do. I've got 5,000 words to hand in. It's like a book.
Well, just copy it out of something. That's what I always used to do. But remember, points and spelling mistakes. I always got done for perfect spelling.
I can't just copy it. It's not that straightforward. I've got to do my own research.
Well, just get it done then, eh? And the sooner you do, the sooner we can hang out.
Chris is all right. Surprised she doesn't want to be involved.
Yeah, strange that.
Where are you going?
Pat's on a half day.
Are you coming with me?
Well, it's a bit short notice. I haven't got any cover. I'll pop in later and see if I can help.
On Pat's half day, you sure you can manage?
Sharon?
No, I'm sorry. You go to work, I'll do it, OK?
Dennis, what a word for you.
But what did the police want?
The coroner's releasing Den's body.
Oh, so there can be a funeral then?
Yeah.
Oh, why aren't you with Sharon? I'm sure she must be just a tiny bit upset.
Oh, I've got to work. Sharon's going to start organising it.
Oh, what, with Chrissy?
No, Chrissy's happy to let her get on with it.
Oh, is she? What, and you thought the same?
Well, I'm tied up with the bookies.
Easy to see where your priorities lie.
Well, someone has to keep shop, Pauline.
Oh, it's just another excuse.
I make out I'm all cut up, shall I? I mean, crocodile tears always go down well with your sort, even better than the real thing.
It's a matter of respect.
Oh, in that case, I'll buy a wreath of flowers. What about Dad in 3-foot-high letters? I even leave the price tag on.
You might not have liked him, but you certainly take after him. Well, I'll go and see Sharon after I've finished my shift, see if I can help. There's got to be somebody there to support her.
Fine.
Come on, Billy, look busy.
Keep an eye on him.
Yeah, all right.
Well, you could look a bit more enthusiastic, couldn't you?
No, I am. I will.
Right. Make sure the job gets done, OK?
OK. Have you heard him? Get on with it.
I heard him all right. He don't reckon too much of you, mate, does he?
As it happens, he thinks a lot of me. That's why I'm the manager. Now, why are you putting that up there?
Because I am.
No. That one goes in that corner.
No way. You need to see the bar.
No, that's where it always kicks off, over there.
I do know my job. You need to put one up here.
Yeah, and I know this club.
I agreed all this with your gaffer.
Yes, but I'm in charge now, and I want that camera in that corner. Got it?
Oh, you're not seeing Sam today, then?
She said she wanted time to herself.
I don't know if you've heard, but the old bill will be round the Vic. Apparently, they're releasing Den Watt's body.
They must think they've got the case sorted out against her.
She's still innocent till proved guilty.
How much proof do they need? They found her digging up the body.
Yeah, I know that don't look good. But what does Sam say about it? Billy ain't convinced she did it, and neither am I.
You think you're helping, Pat, but you're not. I've just got to face facts.
Come on, let's have a drink. G&T, do you? You've already made it quite clear that you don't think my bar is classy enough for the likes of you. But booze is booze, whatever it comes out of.
Well, if you're going to force me to drink from that contraption, I suppose it should be a cocktail.
Oh, good idea. I'll get some ice.
No. Come on, give it here. You sit down, put your feet up. If there's one thing I do know, it's how to mix a drink.
Oh, it's you. I've a good mind to flatten you myself, but I'm going to leave that pleasure to Charlie.
No, I just want to apologise.
You're a snake in the grass, and I hope you rot in hell for what you done to them two girls.
I know what I've done, and I am so sorry.
Sorry? You don't know the meaning of the word, but you will when you get what's coming to you.
Go inside.
Don't hold back, Charlie.
Charlie, if you want to hit me, I totally understand.
You ain't worth it.
Charlie.
Don't show your face round here again, all right?
Just want you to know how sorry I am.
Not for me wearing new shoes to work. Pinching something rotten. I've been on my feet all morning.
It can't be as bad as being behind a bar. Oh, all those years at the Queen Vic.
Yeah, well, you've done it and all, haven't you?
Never bothered me, though. As soon as I opened the doors, I'd have a laugh and a smile for whoever walked in. Made me forget about my own troubles.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I used to think I was doing a better job than some of them social workers. Bloke would come in down in the dumps. All he needed was a sympathetic ear.
A kind word. Cheer up, darling. It might look better in the morning.
Talking of which, you seen Billy? Has he gone to work today?
Yeah, and I told him to buck his ideas up. Look a bit more cheerful.
I think it goes deeper than that, Peggy.
Oh, don't you start getting drawn into that victim act.
What, Billy?
He's weak, useless, always has been. A small little man.
You wouldn't say that if you'd seen him fight in Sam's corner.
She was driven to murder, and now she's going to be doing time. And that's Billy looking out for her. Yeah, that just about sums him up.
Hang on. I thought we decided where the cameras were going to go.
Yeah, I know.
So what happened? I mean, I can't see the bar from here.
Just did what your manager told me to.
My manager?
He's made me shift the lot.
I was just trying to help. I thought...
It's not a periscope, Billy. It doesn't see round corners, you know. We spent hours deciding where the cameras were going to go. You better go and sort it out.
I tried telling him.
Go home.
I just thought that...
Don't think, Billy, I don't pay you for that. Go home. I know what happened between you and Elfie. So go home and sort your head out, OK?
How about a little bit of liquid inspiration, eh?
trouble with that theory, Martin, is you get to thinking it's the best thing ever written, and when you look at it sober, you realise it's rubbish.
Well, when you do it sober, it's genius, is it?
She didn't mean that.
No.
It's a nice thought, though.
Why don't you just finish up and start enjoying yourself then, eh?
I am enjoying myself. Naomi's had a brainwave.
Yeah, we're going to compare healthcare for homeless people with what's on offer to the people that live around here.
Right. Whatever. We'll just enjoy this later then, yeah?
OK, yeah.
See you later.
You okay? Yeah. It's been a long morning. Thought I'd have a break. Listen, I just wanted to let you know that I've been to the coroner's and I've got hold of a funeral director. So it looks like we can go ahead this week. So soon? Chris, I don't know how you feel about this, but Dad can be buried with Mum.
You want to bury him with Angie?
Well, there's a place for him. If I'd take you.
No.
If you don't want it, it doesn't have to happen, you know. But if you agree, we can go ahead straight away.
No, it's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I meant it when I said I'm happy for you to make all the arrangements.
Well, he'll always be your husband.
Darling, you don't have to explain it to me.
Right, look, let's get on. So much to do. I've got to organise a service and I don't know what to do afterwards. Well, I suppose we should hold something in the pub, eh?
Well, do you think it's appropriate?
Well, people want to show their respects.
But considering what happened, I don't think holding the wake here is going to be a good idea, do you?
Well, you're probably right. I'm not thinking straight. Listen, thank you for everything.
See you later.
Yeah.
Go on, make us another.
Oh,
What's in it?
oh, rum, pineapple juice, grenadine, and one or two other ingredients.
Oh, I've never had that before. What's it called?
Oh, it's my own recipe. I haven't got a name for it.
You've got to call it something.
Like what?
Well, name to fit the drink. Smooth, tempting, probably deadly.
Leaves you flat on your back where you least expect it.
Frank Butcher. Oh, seriously, Peggy, as far as blokes are concerned, I'm on the wagon. Got my own home, a job. Don't need them.
Oh, so if George Clooney walked through that door, you turn him right down?
Nah. I'll swap him for a chiropodist. And you better see if he's all right.
No, let him wallow in his own self-pity.
Hey, it's Billy you're talking about.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Never could judge a bloke, could you?
Oh, well, that's rich coming from you.
Grant, Phil, sun shines out of their behinds. Andy Hunter, Alfie.
Don't you dare say anything about my two boys. And Alfie, he's a good bloke.
Oh, try telling that to the Slaters right now.
Andy Hunter was scum, but that didn't stop you taking a house from him.
He left it to me.
Yeah. My daughter's home. Quick to profit from her misfortune, weren't you, Pat?
Wasn't bad luck. It was bad choices in men. Well, I wonder where she got that from.
And this is the woman who hitched herself to Frank Butcher and couldn't let go.
Well, at least I had my eyes open. Not like you. You thought he changed, didn't you? I warned you he'd cheat on you, but you wouldn't listen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you warned me, all right. You just didn't warn me that he'd cheat on me with you. Sharon, you all right?
Yeah.
Right, well, I know you've not had much help, so, if you need a hand...
Thanks, Paul. Actually, there is something you can do. Well, I was wondering where to invite people after the funeral. Would you mind if they came back here?
Here?
Well, Chrissy wasn't sure about having it in the Vic.
Right.
I came round yours earlier.
I know, I was there.
Well, the thing is, I just wanted to apologise.
Look, Dad's upset. We've hurt him. And Nan, not to mention Kat. It's like ripples in a pond, isn't it?
I know. It's not what you did, Mo, it's what I did. But where's Charlie? 'Cause I really need to talk to him.
No, I think you should let him cool down first.
No, that's what got me here in the first place, putting it off. Not saying what I should have said from the start. No, I never meant to hurt you, all right? And I never meant to harm what you and Kat have, because she loves you very much.
I don't need you to tell me that.
I know. I just meant I know I've hurt a lot of people.
Yeah, well, we both have. Alfie. That's on the allotment.
Well, Chrissy, Pauline's going to be helping us with the funeral.
Really, Pauline?
Well, that's wonderful, thank you.
Right, well, I'll have a G&T. Sharon, you go and bag a table, and you'll have to come over with us and all.
Well, I'd love to, Pauline, but Mo's about to finish her shift, so...
It's not for Sharon to carry this burden alone.
It's hard for Chrissy too, you know, Pauline.
Thanks, Jake. The only reason that I'm letting Sharon do all the arrangements, Pauline, is because I know she wants to, and it means so much to her.
Yes, well, you've still got to sit down with us and agree to everything. After all, you might have moved on. We've got to be there for Sharon.
Fine, Pauline.
Mo told me I'd find you here.
I told you to leave us alone.
Charlie, listen, I wasn't hassling. I just wanted to see if that she was all right. You know, I'm coming to see you to tell you how sorry I am. Because I am, Charlie. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I never meant to hurt anyone. And looking back, I know how stupid I've been. Charlie, you know, I never meant to fall for Mum. But she's so sweet and kind. I mean, she'd split with Billy. Cat had left me. I had no idea Cat was going to come back.
Is this it? Is this the best you can do?
That's how it happened.
No, you played them off against each other.
No, I never, Charlie.
You never told Cat you were seeing Mo.
No, you're right. You're right, Charlie. I should have done that from the start.
Yeah, but you didn't.
I couldn't bring myself to hurt her.
After all what you've done, you're still trying to play Mr. Nice Guy. You strung them both along until you were sure you were going to get the one you wanted. Let's face it, Alfie. The only person you really didn't want to get hurt was yourself.
So you finished then?
No, I've got work tonight as well.
Why? I thought there was 2 of you on it now.
Well, there is, but we just want to make it a really good job.
But we're going to have that drink later.
No, we're just going to have to wait till another time. Sorry.
See you later.
Bye.
I don't understand why you want to keep it so low-key. I mean, he was well known in the area.
Yeah, but that was years ago, before you went to Spain.
Yes, but people round here will still want to pay their respects.
Yeah, well, they may still remember him. It doesn't mean they care about him. I mean, Dan would have wanted a quiet thing anyway. He'd have asked what all this fuss was about. So is it OK if we come back to yours after?
Well, if that's what you want.
Look, Sharon and I just don't think the Vic's the right place.
And why's that?
You know why, Pauline. Because of the terrible way he was buried here.
When people think of Dennis Watts, they think of the Vic. This was his home for years, and yours too. So I don't see why you should be shoved out at a time...
Oh, I'm not being shoved out, Pauline.
The point is, we all knew how he felt about this place. I find it extraordinary that people will not be coming back here afterwards.
People can drift in afterwards, Pauline. I'm sure they'll have him in their thoughts.
I mean, officially. The wake should be here, and you know that.
But it'll always be Dad's pub.
Yeah, it should be here.
All right, if that's what you want. Thank you, Chrissy. I do appreciate it. Listen, I want to ask you something else. I wonder if you could say a few words at the graveside. No, Sharon, I can't.
Please,
I can't do
please,
that.
it would mean so much to me.
Please. Fine. Excuse me.
Billy, you got a visitor.
Better go in the kitchen.
So what's that about then?
Don't think they've seen each other since it all blew up.
Well, maybe she'll have him back. Stop him moping about here.
I should have come round earlier, but I didn't know what to say.
There's nothing to say.
Yes, there is. I'm sorry you got hurt. Alfie, I couldn't seem to stop what I felt for him.
It just happened.
Yeah, I did try not to, but...
But he's Alfie Moon. And everybody loves Alfie Moon.
Oh, don't. You're every bit as good as him.
Yeah? Well, it was him you wanted, not me.
I still care about you, Billy. You're still my friend, always will be. That ain't changed.
You really mean that, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, after everything me and you've been through together, you'll always be someone who matters to me. I know how hard it was for you with Freddie, but you hung on in there, didn't you? I mean, we're still Freddie's family.
No, Mo. We ain't. And you might be all sorts of things. But you ain't my friend.
Always round our house. Always hanging around Maureen. And there's me thinking it's because you were so cut up over Cat.
Oh, I was.
Yeah, but the thing is, we were just so pleased to see you. Because you're a charmer, Alfie, aren't you? Hey, always got a smile, always got a laugh. You're the sort that when someone's feeling down, you come out with a patter and you put a smile right back on their face. Lost for words, are we?
I don't think there's anything I can say.
Come on, Alfie. Give us the patter. I'll bet you had plenty to say to Cat and Maureen when you were playing them off against each other.
Don't matter what I say, does it, Charlie? You've already made up your mind.
Yes.
Well, no, hold on a second. Whoa, Charlie, hold on, Charlie.
You're not the bloke I thought you were.
Listen, just hear me out, all right? Listen, when Cat left me, I was cut up so badly that any feelings I had for her I was fighting against, but you need to know something, all right? I love Cat and I always will, OK?
She won't have your back. Not now.
Yeah, but Charlie, I know. Charlie, I know that, all right? I just wanted to see that they were all right. And face up to you and tell you that I'm sorry.
They'll be all right. You see, they've got each other. But you're left with no one.
I didn't just call you my better half. I thought you were a better person than I could ever be.
That's not true.
No, I know. Because you ain't no better than Alfie.
That ain't fair. Alfie lied. He never let on to me or Cat.
Yeah, well, that's what you do, Mo, when you have a sordid little affair. You lie. You cheat.
It wasn't like that.
You lied to me.
We were over, you and me.
But I had hope. I thought we'd get back together.
I never told you we'd get back together.
All you had to do was tell me that you had someone and I'd let it go. All you had to do was say there was someone else, but you didn't. You let me go on and on, thinking that I had a chance.
I couldn't tell you about Alfie.
Why not?
Well, because he didn't want me to.
Look, I'd sooner cut off my arm than hurt you because it suited someone else.
We weren't together. I never told you we were getting back together. I didn't have to tell you about Alfie. I didn't owe you.
What, you're going to tell me that you didn't know that I still had hopes for you and me?
But we were over. And I thought I'd be with Alfie, and so you'd get hurt in the end, and I couldn't help that.
Oh, so it didn't matter then that you strung me along for a little bit longer?
I didn't string you along. I told you we were finished. We were over. And then I felt for Alfie.
This isn't about Alfie! It's not about you and Alfie, it's about you and me, Mo. You were with him and you didn't tell me. That's lying. And it weren't even a nice lie. It was a dirty, cheap, self-serving little lie. Like, what has happened to you, eh? You was my Maureen. You wouldn't hurt a fly. You had a baby by a rapist because you knew that was the right thing to do. You little Mo, you speak up for what's right, what's true.
I'm only human. I never pretended to be perfect.
You never pretended about anything until you got in with Alfie. You knew how I felt and you let me go on. And I thought you was the one person in the world who cared about how I felt.
I do care about you.
I want you to go, Mo. I don't want to see you no more. I don't want nothing to do with you.
Billy?
I can't do it, Mo!
Look, you feel like this now, and you're right, but in the future...
We haven't got a future.
Look, whatever you feel about me, you and Freddie, you've got a future.
Freddie doesn't need me. He's got you, he's got Charlie, you'll meet someone else, Freddie will have a new dad.
You're Freddie's dad.
I can't have you in my life anymore, Mo, OK? I can't do it, so will you please just go? Go!
Well, who'd have thought it? Billy Mitchell standing up for himself. Didn't think he had it in him.
So what do you think it's all about? Saving face, being the hard man?
Well, it's better than being a wimp and letting the world and his wife trample all over you.
You know Billy's real problem? He wants to be another Grant or Phil, but he can't. Do you know what I say? Good luck to him.
How dare you? Billy's nothing compared to my boys. He's not fit to bear the Mitchell name.
The Mitchell name? Well, it's certainly done the job for Sam, hasn't it? And Grant and Phil.
Dear, who do you think you are getting on your high horse with me?
Oh, you've got so much, have you? You still think you can look down on the likes of me and Billy?
Well, in all the years that I lived here, I never put in anything like that bar. And don't you forget, Pat, it wasn't so very long ago when this was my house and you were my cleaner.
Oh, go on, have a pop at me. I'm a fair target. Yes, I was your cleaner. I don't deny it. I was down on my luck. And yes, I went with Frank while he was still married to you. But none of that gives you the right to treat Billy the way you do.
Well, you cry over him then. I've got no time for him. He's a waste of space.
It's not his fault Sam's ended up in the nick. He tried warning you about Andy Hunter. You didn't want to know. Who was it stood up in the Vic? Fronting it out, the only voice to speak up for her. Billy. He's busted a gut trying to get her bail, same as he did raising dough for Phil when he turned up on this doorstep. And you say he's not fit to be called a Mitchell? Busting a gut for Phil, for Sam? And you know why? Because he is loyal. He stands by those he cares about.
You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Pauline does sort of take over. Yeah. Listen, you should have said from the start how much you wanted to use the Vic for the wake. Pauline gave me a really hard time, like I was standing in your way or something.
That's not important. What's important is I want you to be involved, Chrissy. Your feelings matter to me. That's why I think I should come and stay here with you.
No.
But you're finding it hard. If me and Dennis move back in, we could support you.
I couldn't ask you to do that for me. I know how you must feel about the place now. Really, Sharon, I'm fine.
But you're not. I can see you're not. And it would help me to be with you. It doesn't matter how many people come to pay their respects. When it comes down to it, it's only you and me who really cared about him.
Well, I'm sure other people cared about him.
Well, only you and me really loved him. That's why we'll move back in. Because at a time like this, more than ever, we need to be together.
Pat just told me what you did for Sam. And for Phil. I'm sorry, Billy, I had no idea. And I'm sorry about Mo. But you don't have to deal with it on your own anymore. I'm here now.
Save it with you, Peg. I've had enough of people saying stuff they don't mean. You think I'm a waste of space?
No, I don't think that. And I know you've been through a hard time. But it's just, it's always been my way not to dwell on things, just to get on with it.
That's what you told Sam, is it? Don't matter, darling. Look on the bright side. You'll only be about 50 when you get out of here.
Me going in there weeping, that's not going to help. She did what she did.
See, you've made your mind up already. You don't listen to anyone. Everything is fixed, isn't it?
And what's wrong with that? I know who I am, how I do things.
What do you know, Peggy? Hey? Do you know that your daughter begged me not to call you? The one person that you'd think that she'd want, now her life's falling to bits, her own mother, is the one person that she doesn't want anywhere near her. And I can see why.
You're upset about Mo.
See, you ain't listening, are you? You only hear what you want to hear. Sam didn't want you back because you ain't no use. What have you done for her?
I hate seeing her in there, and I'm trying to help. But we've got to do things the right way.
We? Oh, what, you mean us? Ain't it the Mitchell way?
No, Billy, it isn't.
I'd do anything for Sam, you know that. I'd take her place if I could. And you're her own mother, and you don't even believe in her. Well, if that's the Mitchell way, I don't want any part of it.
He could have been killed outside the airport and then just smuggled into the warehouse.
Waking the Dead, tonight at 9 on BBC One. There's a real feeling of community spirit next on BBC One in DIY SOS. An evening of Michael Palin programme starting now on BBC 4, beginning with the former Monty Python star turned globetrotter talking about his life and work.